Hi, this is Teresa, and this is my 5th book critique. My feature text today is Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day by Judith Viorst. This is the story of a boy named Alexander who had a bad day. It tells of all the bad things that happened to him, from gum getting stuck in his hair to getting a cavity to lima beans for dinner. His mother tells him, "Some days are like that." I think students will be able to relate to this story because everyone has days that just aren't great. They'll also enjoy Alexander's outlook on these bad things. He often says he just wants to go to Australia. Both my activities will be for 2nd graders. So my first activity is a language arts activity. Students will think about Alexander's bad day, and then they will use Pixton.com to create a comic strip about a good day that Alexander has. They can either make up things that happen to him, or they can simply do the opposite of the bad things from the book and make them good things. I will require at least 3 characters and 3 panels, but I would also encourage them to do more if they wanted to. So here's my example. As you can see, I picked certain parts of the story, but turned them around to be good instead of the way they are in the story. I would also definitely point out to students the facial expressions and the stances of my characters that they're using, that I used, and how these different things are very different from the grumpy and sad emotions and stances that Alexander has in the book. So my second content area is geography. We will first discuss why Alexander might want to go to Australia. We will talk about having a bad day and just wanting to get out of there and go somewhere we love. I will ask them where they would want to escape to if they were having a terrible day. I will hand out a world map to each student and ask them to mark the place they would go. On the back of the paper, they will write 3 reasons they chose that place. So if they don't know where they would choose or where they would escape to, I would help them out by asking them about what they love. I would say, do you love the ocean? Do you love mountains? Do you love forests? Would you want to go somewhere that's hot, warm, or cold? And then based on their answers to these questions, I would help them research a place that might fit their criteria and their preferences for them to choose and write about. These are the other 4 books that I'll be critiquing today. The 5 Chinese Brothers is a retelling of an ancient Chinese folktale. It is very clever and humorous and appropriate for children of all ages. Moses is the inspiring story of Harriet Tubman and how she escaped from slavery and led many others to freedom through the Underground Railroad. Students will be astonished by her bravery, strength, and perseverance. The monster at the end of this book was one of my all-time favorites when I was a kid. It's interactive and silly and engaging, and young kids will really love it. Finally, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie is a classic due to its fun illustrations and silly storyline. This one is definitely a favorite of kids of all ages. That's all the books that I'll be critiquing today. Thank you for listening.